Your ass stinks! Ready to hear that a bazillion times in this movie? Hello there, I'm Scotty. You're not, and welcome to Sequel-A-Thon 6. Yeah, I figured go ahead and get this done. I got time. I finished birth month very early, and it's coming upon us quickly. Birth month will start tomorrow, but from when I'm recording this, it'll be out on Monday. But I figured I don't need to start recording to be Tuesday quite yet. I still got time, you know. So I might as well go ahead and do Sequel-A-Thon 6 now, instead of later. I can do a remake-a-thon later, which I plan on doing. But for now, we're talking about sequels. And boy, do I got a good one. Well, not a good in the sense that it's a good movie. It's far from that. But it's a good one to start with, I guess. Yeah. I covered the first one like 5 years ago on this channel. That's due for revisited. And I did the first two sequels, 2 and 3. And the first ever Sequel-A-Thon. So I figured it's time to finally cap it off with the final movie in the franchise, and that is Sleepaway Camp franchise with Return to Sleepaway Camp, which had promise, right? You had the original director, Robert Hiltzik, returning. He wrote it, he directed it. Felissa Rose is coming back. Jonathan Tiersten is coming back. You got Ronnie and his short shorts. What could go wrong? Everything. Your ass stinks! Before I get into this, I need to talk about the original fourth film in this franchise that never got actually made. In 1992, they were to film Sleepaway Camp 4, The Survival. But during the production in 1992, it was abandoned. They dropped it. But many years later, around the time that this movie was being made, they decided to hire a director or the same director to come in and finish the movie. But what it is like original footage from 92, some added CGI footage from 2008, and then flashbacks to every movie in the franchise up to this point, 1, 2, and 3. All that stuff. All surrounding a strange character of Allison who suffers from amnesia, and eventually at the end of the movie, to no one's surprise, is revealed to be Angela, who has amnesia. Though I question how she went from looking like Pamela Springsteen in 3 to this gorgeous woman they have for 4. That's just not the same woman. You can't tell me, that's just not the same person. No. So that did not happen. But the original director, name I forgot again, Robert Hiltzik, he came out. The release of that was like 2012, technically, when they officially did release. I don't think it's an official release. We got Return to Sleepaway Camp. Your ass stinks! If you think it's annoying that I've said it only 3 times, you just wait till you watch the movie, the Sleepaway Camp. And we got some, like I said, Jonathan Tiersten came back. The actor who played Ronnie, I can't He came back with his short shorts. Paul D'Angelo was back as Ronnie. And then you got other actors here. Vincent Pastore is here. And you best believe they make a big pussy joke. Seriously, there's a scene where our main character Alan goes, "You big pussy." Ha ha ha. And then we have Isaac Hayes, who, hey, get this, plays a chef. Yeah. And Adam Wiley, who I know from Under Wraps, is in this, as a pot smoker named Weed. Yep. There's also a sheriff who talks like this, but looks kind of weird, like they're covered in a bunch of makeup. No way that could be anybody, you know? Not like it's, I don't know, Felissa Rose dressed as a guy and doing this so that they don't hear her voice. Nah. I always say what's worse, if a movie is bad or if a movie is so bad that you already know what the twist is going to be before it even happens. As soon as the sheriff steps on, I went, well, that's Felissa Rose. Are we not supposed to know that? Because yeah, that's her. And then the fact that when she talks, I'm here to talk to you today about the dangers of smoking. Like, yeah, there's a reason why they're using that. It's not because they need to. Yeah. But yeah, hey, every good movie needs an opener, right? Opener in a horror movie, you need a good opening kill. The first scene is an opening kill, right? Nah, why do that when we got lighting our farts on fire, man? Yes, we meet our main character, Alan, who lights his farts on fire. When he gets made fun of, he runs off screaming, "Your ass stinks!" He says it so many times in this movie. And my God, I don't know what they were trying to do. The best I can come up with is that they were trying to replicate what the first one did, where everyone picked on Angela. But the problem is that for that to work, you need a sympathetic character. And Alan is an asshole. There are several scenes where he is picked on. But then he turns around and does something as equally as asshole-ish. And you say, gee, I wonder why they're mean to him. It is like he can say, they're picking on me. Stop being an asshole and they wouldn't pick on you. And the fact that he only wears the same shirt the entire movie. And it's not like it's just wearing the shirt. A lot of movies, they wear the same outfit through the entire movie. Yeah, sure. But this guy gets knocked in the dirt, thrown in the swamp. He's got goop all over him. Never changes his shirt through the whole damn movie. And it's funny, I used to have a shirt similar to that. It wasn't that nasty. But it was a shirt I got from my friend Bobbert. And, and it had some stains, but it's one of those where it's an older shirt, it's stained, but you clean it and it didn't go away. So it's clean, but it doesn't look like it's clean. I used to have a shirt like that. I wish I still had it because I would have wore it for this. Though it is kind of warm in my apartment right now, but yeah. But yeah, and he's just the worst. And so then when people start dying, like one of them I'll say homage to a kill from the first one. But like this movie's so obnoxious. The characters are obnoxious. This kill, the original kill, the pedophile chef from the first one, that gets dunked in the hot boiling water, right? Or the hot boiling water poured on top of him. Whether he dies or not, we never know. But in this one, they pick this guy Mickey up, hold him over, and he just stands there, and he keeps yelling shit. Hey, oh me, hey, what are you doing? Put me down, put me the fuck down. What are you doing? Put me down, put me down. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Put me down, put me the fuck down. I'm just like, fucking kill him already. Eventually, his hand slips into the boiling oil. He's like, ah. I'm like, but you're holding metal. A metal pot. You are holding a metal pot filled with hot oil. The pot would already be scalding hot. So why does he not feel it till he dips it in? His finger hits the oil, and then he's finally pushed in there. I'm like, God, why did it take so long? Why did it take so long? Why? Because there's a whole thing. Alan just wants ice cream. And I was like, no, tuna salad or egg salad. I don't want that. I want ice cream. So he gets ice cream, and it's like, and this is the gentleman like, cool. He gets his ice cream. Here comes Mickey. Shoving it in his face. I'm like, oh, come on. Then, your ass stinks. And he runs away. I'm like, Jesus Christ. There's just so much. And you know, that kill was the only thing that took so long. Because there's a joke that they pull on him where they roll up cow shit in a joint and they make him smoke it. And they keep making him do it. So I'm like, no, take a big one. Take a big one. No, take a big one, come on. And then he just sit there coughing. He's coughing and he's coughing. And they're just laughing. And a bunch of the other people come up and they're like, hey, what's up? What's going on, man? He's like, oh, nothing, man. We're just chilling with Alan, you know. And they're just laughing. I'm like, reveal it already. He's like, hey, he just smoked a big thing of cow shit. I'm just like, well, one, you should be able to fucking smell it. First of all, it's shit. Smell it, you're like, wait a minute. Before you even go to put it in my well, wait a minute. Though, the way they say he stinks, probably can't smell it over himself. It's funny how he keeps saying that their ass stinks, but he's the one that really does stink. I don't know. And then the killings start. Alright, because it starts with the guy that gets in the thing. And then held above, dumped in the deep fryer. I guess his body's put in the trash can. I didn't see that part. And then Weed gets. Oh yeah, by the way, when he's coughing, he ends up kneeling down, going headfirst in this other guy's crotch. So they start calling him blowjob. And I do like this situation. They play it off so unrealistically. No, not. We're just like, hey, what's going on? Oh, nothing, you know. Hey, Alan's giving Stan a blowjob. Hey, Alan's giving Stan head. I know, we'll call him blowjob. I'm like, no, hold on. You're standing there, and some dude's head is right on your crotch. He's not the only one that's going to get picked on. They're going to pick on you too. The fact that they all just laugh it off and not one of those, oh, hey, Stan, did you like it? Are you gay? Even as like a joke or something. Especially in 2008 when they made jokes like that. Weed is tied to a chair with gasoline squirted down his throat. Then the killer sticks a lit cigarette in his mouth and it insides explode. I missed that part. But no, I saw that. That was Weed? Okay, it just explodes. Yeah. But Frank keeps saying they're accidental, and that's just like, I think he's supposed to be like Mel, but he's not as annoying as Mel, I guess. He's just like, hey, no, I own this place. He tells Ronnie, you got a small part of this. I'm the big one. Right. Ronnie goes off on another counselor named Petey, who's a woman. And so because her name is Petey, he thinks, oh, you're Peter. You're Angela. And she's like, what? What do you mean? What? Because she's always there when Alan's in trouble, even though I felt like Mickey was the one that was always there before. Or there was another one. Was it Randy? I don't know. Frank's death is hilarious. He's knocked unconscious and then his head is put inside his bird's cage. And then they put rats in there that gnaw him to death. I don't know, I just thought it was kind of funny. Then oh, you were hilarious. The counselor I mentioned, Randy, and this other chick named Linda, they go to, do it in the woods. You're not saying in nudity, but they go do it in the woods. But then he's got to take a piss, and they forgot the sleeping bags in the car, so she's got to go back and get them. And they do the thing where they have to have her stay there. Where it's like he's in one place and she's there, and so she's got to make it look like but she's not actually looking for anything. She's just, you know what I'm talking about? So then he gets knocked out, and then when he wakes up, he's tied to the tree, fishing line wrapped around his pecker, and then Linda freaks out and gets in the Jeep, but when she drives off, the fishing line, well, let's just say WWF 1999, I choppy choppy OPP. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, and we find out later he's still alive on the tree going, yeah, that wouldn't have killed him. He would eventually bleed out, I guess, but she drives through a barbed wire line which wraps around her face for some reason, and she dies. Then they do the thing where they hear a noise under a hole, so they go, oh, what's that? Sure enough, do we get speared in the face? Yeah. So then, Jenny and Ronnie, Jenny's the other counselor, I think, they find Frank dead, and they start rounding up the people. This Bella, she's a very heavy-set African-American woman. She gets stomped with the bunk above her is replaced with a board of spikes, and the killer just stomps on it, smushes her. Yeah. I do like when they fight her, they're like, oh my god! And just like... So then Ricky. Why does it say Ricky Thomas? Shouldn't it be Ricky Baker? Wasn't it Ricky Baker in the first one? I guess Thomas is their last name. So it must have been the dad's sister, the aunt. Oh, I think I do. I think she was the dad's sister. Could explain why she went cuckoo bananas, because losing her brother made her go nuts. I don't know. So like... Okay, so there's a scene where the sheriff goes to talk to Ricky, and then the sheriff calls Ricky. So the sheriff said she didn't, but or he didn't. Excuse me. I already told you. Karen faints after bumping into the killer and wakes up with a rope hanging around her neck from a basketball hoop. It starts to pull her up, but Michael and the sheriff arrive. When Michael arrives and tries to help, then the sheriff shows up. Gee, I wonder why the sheriff got there so quickly. They do eventually get it off. Because I already figured that was Angela. I'm like, she's going to pretend like she can't get it off. But then they get it off. And what's confusing, okay, is that Michael takes off because Karen thinks Alan is the killer. Alan, who hasn't been seen for the last 20 minutes of the movie. I haven't mentioned him, have I? After he's humiliated at this show thing where they tie him up in his underwear, he disappears from the movie for 20 minutes. So you're supposed to think it's him. Though, his placement earlier in the film makes you think it's not him, or there's two of them maybe? I don't know. Anyway, Michael takes off, leaving Sheriff Jerry with Karen. He finds a croquet mount and beats the hell out of Alan. Then the killer shows up, knocks Michael out, and so then this is where Ricky shows up. And the dialogue, well, I'm here. Is that Ricky? Ronnie, what the hell are you doing here? I'm like, they paid someone to write this. They paid someone. Your ass stinks. To the writers, by the way. They paid someone to write this. No, the guy director wrote this. Oh. They then start walking, and they find Alan beaten to shit, but he's still alive. And so then, before we get to the end of this movie, because this is where it ends, spoiler alert, the sheriff is Angela. Here's my problem. Michael takes off and leaves Angela alone with Karen. She doesn't kill Karen. She was trying to choke her. She does not kill her. I was like, well, if that's Angela, which it obviously is, we're going to find Karen dead, and that'll be your clue. No, because subtlety is not this movie's forte. No, subtlety, that would be asking too much of this movie. No. Because someone said we need to call back to that over-the-top ending from the first one. But the over-the-top ending of the first one works so well, because while there was some obnoxious characters, not every single character was obnoxious, unlike this one. Hey, everything in this movie is so obnoxious, even the score is obnoxious. There are times I had to kind of really listen to hear what people are talking about because the score was going over them. Anyway, after they find Alan beat to a pulp, but still alive, you start hearing Sheriff Jerry talk. They needed to pay for what they did, and they needed to know what it was like. Eventually, at least reveal that she is Angela, and she's like, Michael liked to skin frogs. He needed to know what it felt like. So then they cut to Michael has been skinned. How she did that so quickly, I don't know. And he's still alive. And then it cuts to Ricky. He goes, Angela! And then it cuts back to her. She goes, freeze frame, end movie. I went, that's not a fucking ending. There's no conclusion to this. There's no taking down the killer. Alan doesn't get his redemption. Not that he needs it, because his ass stinks. But just like, what was... And if you weren't so sure enough that she was the sheriff, or you really want to know how it happened, there's a flashback 3 weeks before the film's offense that Angela caused the brake fluid in her car to leak and flags down Sheriff Pete. She murders him by dropping the car on his head and then takes his clothes and becomes a new sheriff. Something tells me this scene was in the movie, but then they realized, why don't we make it a mystery? Though it's quite obvious it's her. Even if it wasn't called Sleepaway Camp, the fact that as soon as she walks up dressed like a man, you're like, that's obviously Felissa Rose dressed as a man. I don't know how anyone wouldn't be able to tell that, but okay. I have a very important message for this movie. Listen very closely. I have my glasses off because I want to be serious. Are you ready? This is very important. So listen carefully. Your ass stinks! this movie is terrible. And I didn't expect high art. I've heard bad things about this. I heard it wasn't a good movie. I heard the other one, 3, which was my least favorite before this, is looking like a masterpiece compared to this one. It's a bad movie. When I'd rather watch that cobbled together piece of shit 4th film that's not official over this. And I haven't seen it. What was this? No, fry in hell, man. This movie can fry in hell. Your ass stinks. So I will say this. If you really feel like you need to watch, if you're a stickler for going through franchises and you need to watch all of them, fine. Do it. But know what you're getting yourself into before you do. Okay? Like, this is not high art to begin with, but it's fathoms better than everything this is. The other 2 in comparison are also better. And like I said, 3 is my least favorite up to this. And this movie can fry in hell for all I care. And this is a classic, in my opinion. Classic 80s slasher film, and this movie just shits on it. I could see they were trying to call back to it with like a sympathetic thing, but when you make your character so unlikable, you don't care what happens to him. You're just like, you keep picking on me. Because you're an asshole. That's why. If you weren't such an asshole, they wouldn't be picking on you, no, were they? Do unto others, right? If you're nice to them, they'll be nice to you. Though, when it comes to bullies in movies, that's not always the truth. Could also be said for real life, but I'm just saying. So what are your thoughts on Return to Sleepaway Camp? Leave a comment, so much like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Sky, and I'll see you in the next one. Your ass stinks!